Hey y'all, this is take number 127 because everybody kept calling me and it seemed like my phone don't ring until I get a video. But anyway, let me stop complaining. I was talking to someone on the phone today and we were talking about diabetes or whatever. We were talking about health and truck driving and all of that. And he was telling me, I'm a hairdresser as well. As y'all know, I try to send my trucks. I'm a hairdresser as well. Oh yeah, a lot of people keep saying, where'd your hair go? Well, I cut it. I cut it all back in April of last year. I really haven't put up a video since then. I've recorded a lot, but I haven't put up one. The top of my hair, you guys, the top was fake, like when you got way up here. But because I had a patch of gray up here, y'all can't see it because I colored it. But all of the rest of my hair was my hair, cosmetologist. So, you know, and I do natural, relax, all of that. I'm all about the health of hair. So I know how to grow it. I cut it last year. It's probably about that long when I cut it. And now y'all see it's way longer than that. Anyway, back to what I was having a conversation with someone about. We were talking about diabetes, so needless to say, this video is going to be about diabetes. Disclaimer, I have the mouth of a truck driver because I am a truck driver. I'm a Christian, but I tell people I am a cussing Christian. So if you don't if you can't stand that, now I ain't gonna get like I get when I'm talking to people I know on this video. But if a word or two slips, please charge it to my head and not my heart. Anyway, diabetes. I was diagnosed diabetic St. Patrick's Day of 2013. When I was diagnosed at 5'6", I was weighing 279 pounds. My blood sugar, I forget the number it was, but it was extremely high. I think it was like damn near 500. See? Cuss. I'm sorry. Dang near 500. I was diagnosed in the ER because I thought I was having a heart attack, and I went to the hospital. To the ER, it was around the corner from my house. I told my now ex-husband that I wasn't feeling well. He told me to go to the hospital. He stayed there with the kids. He didn't give a shit, for real. Anyway, honestly, he told me to go on ahead and go to the hospital if you ain't feeling good. So he stayed there with the kids or whatever. Got there, they got to testing me for heart attack and come because, you know, we all looking at, I'm fat. So it's got to be a heart attack. Heart was perfectly fine. But the ER doctor came back in and she was like, I don't even know how you're sitting here talking to me. Your blood sugar is extremely high. She was like, you know, we got the labs back. We're not letting in. She was like, so how did you get here? I told her I drove. She said, you're not driving back home. I said, yes, I am. You know, and they came in and they gave me like, I forgot how much metformin they gave me. They told me I was type 2 diabetic. Okay. Fast forward to, they contacted my doctor, my personal physician, family physician, let him know that I had been diagnosed. So I went in for my appointment, and he tested my blood sugar because they had scared me so bad in the hospital that I think until I got the appointment with him, which was like on a Thursday of that week after, the week of St. Patrick's Day, it was that following Thursday that I went. I don't think I ate anything. I think I was like, literally, I was so scared to eat anything because I didn't know what to eat that I literally just, I think, drank water. I was that terrified. My body didn't even shut down. So when I went into him, needless to say, my blood sugar numbers was good, except for my A1Cs. That's what told on me when he did the A1Cs, and my A1Cs were 12.1. And we found that out, you know, once he got the labs back like a week and a half later or something. But my blood sugar levels, prick the finger, drop blood, were like low. They were like 80s and stuff like that. And it was probably lower than that because my body had been fasting for so long. Anyway, him being an amazing doctor, Dr. Leslie Keith Wiscombe, he was a man. He went on ahead and, you know, according to the numbers that he took right there, because he didn't have the A1Cs back, he prescribed me 500 milligrams of metformin, to be taken once daily. And so I got home, did that. He also signed me up, did my referral for the diabetic class. Needless to say, I went to the diabetic class. That class was BS. That class made me more sick. And I say this, a lot of people say, oh no, it's the metformin. No, because the metformin when I was taking it, before I went to the class, and I was just doing things. My great-grandmother was a metaphysician and a plant-based person. I don't call her vegan because vegan is more like a religion. She was a no flesh. Nothing, the only thing from flesh that she ate was butter. And she didn't eat cheese or anything else, and she only ate butter because, you can cook with butter, and she didn't believe in cooking with margarine and vegetable oil and Crisco and lard and all that. She only used butter, 100% pure butter. So, I was starting to eat according to the way that my mama ate and doing the things that my mama would have me do, which was, the certain way that she ate. And so it dropped my blood sugar. Now, I went to this diabetic class, and we spent a while in there. It seemed like a long time. And they were telling us to get these little nutrition bars in the pack and eat oatmeal in the morning and have fat-free and sugar-free and all the shit that makes you sicker as a diabetic. And there were people in there, in that class with me, who have been diabetic for years. And one lady who was diabetic for years, and she said she ate perfectly, and she couldn't understand how she jumped from type 2 to type 1 diabetic. That has got to be the most heartbreaking thing she could have ever gone through. Anyway, left the class feeling empowered. Yes, they told me how to get this thing under control. I'm not going to be diabetic anymore. My dad died. My dad was a truck driver. He was diagnosed diabetic when the coroner was cutting him open. He died from diabetic ketoacidosis. Out of him, my sister, my brother, and my mother, and myself, the only two people who were diabetic are me and my dad. And my dad died when I was 21 years old, I think. Yeah. 22. My dad died when I was 22 years old. Or I was going on 22 years old. And it was devastating because I'm daddy's girl. It was devastating because I'm daddy's girl. And it's still devastating, y'all. It really is. Anyway, and he passed away suddenly. When I last saw him, I didn't give him a hug. I was just like talking to him through the door. It was just something that was like a barrier there that wouldn't let me step in and hug him. I tell people I could see his soul transitioning from his body, but I didn't know what that was when I was looking at it back then. And it just kind of had me stuck. But anyway, knowing that and knowing how I feel about diabetes and knowing how I feel about taking care of myself, and I, at the point in time, was married, had a husband and 6 children, it shocked me into take care of yourself now. You've got to take care of yourself now. And so I began to follow exactly what they told me to do in the diabetic classes. And my ex-husband and I went, then husband, we went grocery shopping and we did all this stuff they told me to do. And by the end of April, I was worse. I could not fit the clothing that I wore into the hospital. I could not close those pants. All of my clothing that had elastic waists, I was popping the waists on my elastic waist clothing. I had gotten so big that when I sat down, all of my shirts that were not stretchy material like this, I had stress tears in the side of the shirt. And this was from St. Patrick's Day, which was probably March 13th, to the end of April. I gotten that bad. I couldn't get my blood sugar down. I wasn't understanding what was going on. So I got scared, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting worse. I got called back in. No, the doctor and him sent me my paperwork at the end of April. He said he wanted me to come back and he wanted to see me. My A1Cs were 12.1, which is extremely high, extremely high. So the hospital was right. My A1Cs were, damn near really bad. And so when I came back in, he gave me another test, and this time it was some kind of like indicator that does your blood sugar and A1Cs all at once. And it showed that I had dropped down. At least I had done a little bit better. No, the A1Cs from the labs were 12.3. the A1Cs from him, just for that. It wasn't a 3-month A1C though. It was just it was, his meter was different. It read the blood sugar and the A1C at the same time, and it was at 11.1. And I knew then that if he'd have done a 3-month assessment, then my blood sugars would have jumped the numbers. So I began to panic, and I said, go back to what you know. I was raised by, partially raised. After my mom and dad got a divorce, I hung out a lot. My great-grandmother's house lived across the street, and she was plant-based, and she had her own garden, and we would go out there in the garden, and she'd take some of that honeysuckle and get some of that honey out of there, so I'd take the flower off and suck the honey out. Sit there, eat at her house, and she would cook, like, she didn't make eggs, but she would cook a good breakfast, a good hearty breakfast, and she would use butter to make the vegetables or whatever she cooked to make them taste good. So I prayed and I asked, and a lot of y'all might not understand this, but I do. And I said, I prayed and I asked God, I said, God, please just allow my ancestors to impart in me the knowledge to live for their generations. In doing that, I woke up the next day and I told my now ex-husband, I said, I'm going to the grocery store. And he was like, okay. I said, and we went to the grocery store again. The kids ate all the other stuff. I donated all that fat-free, sugar-free bullshit. And I went to the grocery store and I bought eggs. I bought butter, eggs, bell peppers in every color, onions, every type of Mrs. Dash there is. Garlic powder, onion powder, not the salt. Spinach, bags of spinach, artichoke hearts, olives, cucumbers, celery, carrots. I bought a lot of different food that was kind of plant-based. And for breakfast, I would have this hearty breakfast with like 3 to 4 eggs and throw spinach in it. But I would take the yolk out, and I'd keep 2 yolk and the rest is 2 whites, and I would cook it in water and spinach and season it up, and it was delicious. I even put picante sauce on it, the all-natural picante sauce and stuff like that. And in doing that for a month, I wound up dropping down from whatever weight I was, because I know I was above the 279 from the hospital. I dropped all the way down to 245. My blood sugars began to stabilize. I was eating things like raw sunflower seeds and, different kind of raw nuts as snacks, drinking water, or if I did drink something that had some flavor, I flavored it with apples. I would juice apples and use that as my sugar. The apple juice is my sugar. And it works, y'all. That's good. I also discovered by doing a lot of online research about what vitamins we're missing as diabetics. I found out that diabetics, you have to take certain vitamins because for some reason our system is not able to produce, even with diet, certain things. So the first thing I went out and bought, they said get a really good 1-a-day multivitamin. So what I went out and got was the Garden of Life, My Kind Organic Certified Whole Food Women's Once Daily Multivitamin. I hope y'all see that. Let me cover that so y'all can see it. Can y'all see that? Okay, yeah, now you can. This is what I got, and this thing is like 20-something bucks, but they always seem to have coupons sometimes. And this is what their bottle looks like. And I got this, and this was the multivitamin I was taking. And I realized from doing my studies that diabetics also have something amazing about us. When we put ground cinnamon in water, tea, food, if we drink warm water and ground cinnamon before we eat, the ground cinnamon binds to the blood spiking agents and it pulls it out. That being said, I read a lot of things online about taking cinnamon and how you have to get a certain type of cinnamon or else it'll make you sick, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I've not researched that yet. I just know that I just use that. I believe in praying over my food anyway. So, another thing I found out was that we need a certain thing that a lot of people don't know about. And it's 2 minerals combined. We need 500 milligrams of magnesium for our muscles and our nerves. And this prevents, what do they call that? The nerve damage that they say you get from diabetes. Having diabetes is a certain type of nerve damage that you get. I forgot. Anyway, it'll come to me. I'm having a brain fart. And this one right here, y'all. A lot of diabetics wonder why they get worse. I found out because I'm a researcher. I dig because that's the science background in me. So I dig until I get to the bottom of what is said. And a lot of diabetics take chromium picolinate. Unfortunately, the chromium picolinate gives you nerve damage even if you're taking something that prevents nerve damage. This is what we are to take. Chromium is that polynicotinate, nicotinate, however the hell you pronounce this. This is what we are to take. These are 200 milligram tablets. I take 5 of these a day. Because now I don't have insurance. So I can't even afford metformin as it is. Because I work out so hard, I take L-carnitine and L-glutamine as well. And that's just to stop the pain when I'm done. I don't know what I did with my L-glutamine bottle. Needless to say, in taking all of these, my blood sugar dropped. Plummeted. The first day, I plummeted it too low. And I'm sitting there like this. Whoa, what the hell? Oh my goodness. Let me get up. Let me get up. Let me get up. And I realized that crap works good. Not crap, but those vitamins work good. Now let me tell you this. This Lyne't story. Lyne't was born to her mother and her father. Don't go trying to do what Lyne't does. You ain't got the same mom and daddy Lyne't got. So, what's going to happen to you is you be like, Lyne't said it worked for her, I'm going to do it. Just like natural hair. What I do to my hair, everybody can't do their hair. And a lot of people try to do to their hair what I do to my hair without coming to me, and their hair started falling out. And then they're going to come call me, well, you said do this and the other. No. I advised your friend what to do to her hair. You took what I told her because she paid me, tried to do it, and now your shit falling out. I didn't tell you. I told her. So that's like what Lyne't is saying. I have not met y'all. I don't know what your body's going through. I don't know what your labs is like. I don't know none of that. So I'm telling you what worked for Lyne't. I didn't start taking all of this crap together. And I keep calling it crap because that's just my language. I didn't take all of this together. These were the first 2 I took together. These. And I just did that because I hadn't researched anything. If you've not done the research that I've done, do not go in and start taking medicines. You can cause more harm than good. Just like all those people who took the regular chromium picolinate and fucked up their nerves, or messed up their nerves, and can't understand why they have neuropathy. Neuropathy, that's the word for it. Diabetic neuropathy. Taking that stuff in high doses for long periods of time, it does that to you. Anyway, started doing that, got better, got my weight dropped. Fast forward to 2015, went through a lot of bad stuff, separated from my husband. But I was plant-based. When I tell y'all, I'm going to figure out how to put some of those pictures of me plant-based into this video. I don't know. My kids are going to have to show me. I was a bad somebody. I looked like I was like 20-something. It was amazing. Needless to say, things got ugly with the divorce. And I'm thankful that they did because, it cemented not to go back and things of that nature. But things got ugly, stressful, and hectic with a divorce, and I began to stop doing what I was supposed to be doing with my meds and eat whatever I wanted to eat. And I gained a lot of weight back, and my skin, as you see now, broke out. Hair got dry as hell. I mean, my hair is still. That's why I'm recording this, because this don't make no sense. At least it's not falling out, though. I can touch my hair and you don't see hair on the shoulder or nothing like that. Hyperpigmentation came back, as you can see. And my underarms are shaved, y'all, but it looked like I got hair all the way up here. Elbows, face. Hyperpigmentation came back underneath my eyes, but I think that's me not washing that mascara off real good. But I still have it underneath my eyes. Literally, it just, your body reverses. So one thing I can say is anything you decide to do when it comes to diabetes, anything. A lot of people are doing the intermittent fasting. Like I said, the no flesh. That works. The no flesh. I ate butter during the no flesh movement. I cut out all wheat products. I had to. It made my stomach huge, and I've gone back to eating it, and I'm seeing a difference. No fried food, things like that. And you would think that I was eating very boring, but I wasn't. I was enjoying myself and eating exotic and learning different things and eating raw. I was raw foodist from April of 2015 to July of 2015. And I had my first taste of meat and cooked food in July of 2015, and I got sick. I honestly got extremely sick, but then your body readapts and starts craving that stuff. And then I got to 2016 and had more health issues because I got back on that meat kick. And I got my Bobby, we call ourselves Bobby and Whitney, and I told Bobby this morning, you ain't dragging me down with you, because you're going to have your little girlfriend and y'all going to be over there kicking it. I'm going to be laid up in the hospital. No. You're not dragging me down with you, Bobby. So, and for anybody who got offended, we just know we have bad habits, and he's a good friend of mine. And he'll be like, I just cooked this, and come get some of this, and I just made that, or I'm getting ready to buy something bad. You wanna split it, or something like that. And, we're just friends like that. And so we just be like Bobby and Whitney, because they knew what they were doing was not healthy. And they chose to do it anyway. Regardless of the relationship, they probably would have been good friends doing that bull crap that they was doing. So, that is where I said, it's time to pull it together. I got a son that'll be graduating in 2019, and I want to see it. I got a son that just got married. So now I have 3 sets of married kids, and I'm still not a big mommy, because they selfish. Just selfish. Don't make no sense. Just selfish. One set been married since like 2010. Damn it. Can y'all quit trying to be so successful and have some damn kids already? Anyway. So, yeah, I decided to get healthy. And I was talking to a friend, and that's what this video is about. So, I'm going to hold it all back up just in case you want to. This is not health information. If you get sick, this is on your ass, not on me. This is what Lyne't takes on a daily basis. And I even take a 1 or 2 month hiatus from taking this stuff when I feel like it. So I've just started back up today taking it. I haven't taken this stuff the whole month of May. May just passed. Yeah. The whole month of May, I haven't taken this stuff. So please do not be like, oh, I told you, you said whoop, 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 whoop. Nah, not I said the cat. I'm not responsible for you. But anyway, get these at your Whole Food stores. I ordered these online from Vitamin Shop and then have them shipped to the store because it's cheaper to do it that way. I don't know where the hell I got this from. Honestly, I don't, y'all. Let me see if it's even still any good. Yeah, $3.19. It's still good. I have no clue where I got this from, but it works. And that's for working out. This one right here is to like repair muscles and stuff for working out. It helps you to stop hurting because I lift weights. My lowest weight I lift is like 25 pounds. I don't fool with nothing else. This is for, magnesium for you. You know, we're magnesium deficient, and I really don't want y'all taking this form of ground cinnamon. I'll take them chances with myself, but I keep hearing people say this is bad to ingest. Why the hell they cook with it then? I mean, can somebody riddle me that one, Batman? Anyway, so this is what I do. Besides that, I ride the bike for 30 minutes a day, 2 to 3 times a week, mostly 2 times a week. And then I go in and I get them gains, y'all. I hit them weights. Now I'm going to start by weaning off of the meat so I don't relapse again. Because, you know, anything you quit cold turkey, you wind up doing again, except for smoke. I quit smoking cold turkey back in 1999, Marlboro Reds, 3 packs a day, and didn't pick them back up. But I turned into a fat bitch. So, needless to say, hey, you can quit something and never go back. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Hopefully this was informative. If you have any questions, let me know. And if I can figure out how to put them pictures on there of me being fly as fuck, I will. Alrighty, love y'all. Love, health, wealth, happiness, success, prosperity, and a whole lot of money to you. Bye-bye.